everyone, and happy Mardi Gras. Today is Fat Tuesday, so I decided to do a Create a Sim video, and everything in this video has something to do with Mardi Gras in New Orleans. This first sim that I am making is supposed to represent the 610 Stompers. They are an all-male dance group, and their tagline is just ordinary men with extraordinary moves, and they are so entertaining to watch because they're not out there trying to be perfect. They love to entertain, and it is so great to watch. They have been in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So they are a kind of like a civic type group, kind of. I mean, they do like fundraising and things like that. That's mainly what the groups in Mardi Gras are about, is about fundraising and giving back to the communities and things like that. It's just not all about parties. So this is as close to their outfit as I could get. They wear these little blue shorts. They wear a white t-shirt with their logo on it. But of course, I don't have that. Sometimes they wear just a t-shirt. Sometimes they wear the t-shirt with a red jacket over it, which is what I was going for here. And they wear the little socks up to the knees with the stripes around them, and normally it's like a goldish color of sneaker. Of course, you know, with CC, a lot of it clips, so I struggled a bit to get what I needed. And they also wear the headband and things like that, and they are really fun to watch. You can probably find videos all over YouTube of them, and at the end of this there will be a video that I did with the Sims. Okay, and this sim is from an all-female group. They're called the Pussyfooters, and they are kind of like, they're just a dance group. And I read about how they came about like a long time ago, but somebody was watching like the high school dance teams, and they were like, I want to do that. But they were like, you know, over 30, they were a mom and all of that. So they created this group where just, you know, women of all ages, all, you know, of all types, could get together without, you know, worrying about anything and do their little dancing. Most of the time they wear like pink wigs. And I really struggled with this one because, I mean, if I had decided to do this video before, like 4 days before Fat Tuesday, I would have taught myself how to make CC so that I could at least have something very similar to their costume, because I searched like everything I could think of, every type of description word with Sims 4 CC I could find, and I really couldn't find what I was looking for, because their most popular thing that they're most known for is their corset tops. And when I went through looking at pictures of them throughout the years, they have worn like different types of skirts. So ended up having to just deal with what I had. Of course, you know, I am putting pictures up of what I am trying to copy. So I ended up with this longer fluffy skirt and all that. I really didn't like it. I wish I did know how to make CC at this point so that I could have made it myself and, you know, had it. But otherwise, I think she did turn out pretty cute. I tried. It's kind of hard to create things from reality with what the limited resources that you have with the game, whether it be CC or actual just game content. If it was just game content, I never would have been able to do this at all. So this is her. She's a little dance group girl too, and she ended up being very pretty. They all ended up looking really good. So I usually do have like CC list when I do a creative sim video, but I didn't do it for this one. However, I am where can I find friendly, and all I ask is that if you're asking about something that you saw, to please give me the best description of it you can, preferably like maybe timestamp. Okay, this third one is kind of represents the girls that, well, it started off as a tradition a long time ago of greasing the poles at the Royal Siesta in New Orleans. They greased the poles so that parade goers couldn't like climb up the poles to the balconies to get better view of the parades. But now it's like a whole competition type thing. Like there's judges and everybody comes out, and it always happens the Friday before Fat Tuesday, so it happened this past Friday. But one of them that I always liked watching were the ones that dressed up like the old like Moulin Rouge type girls with the like corset tops and the flowy skirt. I did manage to find some CC that matched that to, you know, close enough to what I wanted. And the more I look at her when I made her, the more she looks like somebody I knew, and it's really weird and everything. But yeah, I made her, and that's what she is supposed to represent. And so I was also like, a lot of the times you'll see me just going through, and it's like I found something that I thought would fit one of the other sims I was creating, but no, I ended up not using it. And I've still gone through creating sims after this, and found it. It was like, you know, found things that would have worked for what I was doing. But yeah, it's like kind of like the Moulin Rouge, but kind of like fits steampunk type vibe and old West stuff. You know, it's kind of. Anyway, I haven't been to Mardi Gras in quite a few years. I don't really get down there much anymore. I now live up in a more northern state than Louisiana, so I really don't get down there that much anymore. And, you know, with the whole, you know, pandemic thing going on, we really don't travel much anyway. So in all honesty, I'm not even really like native of Louisiana. I was born in a completely different state, raised in a completely different state. However, I went to live in Louisiana for a few years. My son was born there, and they kind of accepted me as like, you know, adopted daughter, I guess you would say. They did quiz me a lot when I lived down there to make sure I understood and to make sure that I embraced everything that I was supposed to. And one of them was the meaning of the 3 colors of Mardi Gras, which of course are purple, green, and gold. And the purple represents justice, the green represents faith, and gold represents power. The crew of Rex, which I will be discussing in the next sim that I create, one of their parades back in the very late 1800s had the theme of symbolism of colors, and they gave those symbols to those colors, and that has just become known as what the colors of Mardi Gras means. I do have like still tons and tons of like specialty beads. The amount of throws that we would catch between all of us, because there's 9 of us, it's just outrageous. Okay, so in the parades, and normally in the first few floats, you normally have like your grand marshals and stuff like that, but then you have your king and or queen of that particular parade. So this is supposed to imitate the crew of Rex. Every year, one member of their group is the king. You know, he's like the monarchy of the group for that year. And they always have these little wigs, or their hair's always like this. You know, like how I tried to do to this poor guy here. And of course, you know, finding things that exactly worked with how they're supposed to look, just I didn't have. So I tried the best I could. I mean, the coat's gold and white. It kind of does what it needs to do, and so not exactly the same, but close enough, I guess. So normally their identity is kept a secret until the night of their parade, and it's kind of revealed then. Anyway, this is my King Rex. I had to cut out a lot of these videos because I would keep having to go back and reference pictures to make sure I was getting everything the way that I wanted it to. He ended up having to wear cute little tights and stuff, and they normally have like these gold boots. I apparently have some bad CC too, but this was as close as I could get to how he looks. So next up will be, of course, Queen Rex. They are normally a debutante that year, and they are chosen by the king to be the queen. They aren't a couple, even though a picture I have later on has them holding hands, but that's because my lack of poses at the time that I had in the game were only like couple poses. So but anyway, so this is my Queen Rex. She turned out better than I thought she would. I'm really still not fond of the dress because the dress that they wear, and the King and Queen of Rex wear the same outfits every year. So it's like it just gets, you know, the new one gets the same outfit that the other ones had. And this is a very old crew. It's been around since the 1800s. Or the late 1800s, I think. But I like the dress that the queen wears, but I didn't necessarily have it as CC, so I ended up, you know, I went through a lot that had like the pretty beading and stuff on it, but it wasn't exactly the kind of spark that I wanted. So I ended up going for one that is a bit more fluffier than what they actually wear. And of course, I didn't have capes. I did find a few CC capes, but they weren't working with those dresses, with those outfits, so I couldn't use them. But yeah, I do like the dress that she wears. She ended up being very pretty as well, and I also loved taking like their pictures and stuff because she looked very regal and royal. And now I want to do a royalty save, but I'll see if I do that or not. But she is very, very pretty, and I just went with my imagination for all of these because they're not really like modeled after real people, just the concept of how they're dressed is after real type groups. So I pretty much made them look however I wanted them to look, and stuff like that. And this was supposed to be a parade party goer. I created her and then realized I never pressed record. So I never got the actual video part of me creating her, but I did take her picture, and this is how a lot of parade goers look. They are very, very outrageous in how they look and how they dress, and they really don't care what anybody else has to say. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and like my content, please hit the subscribe button. Leave me some comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.